don't seem to understand. Ashamed to seem an honest man. And all the things you hold so dear will turn to whisper in your ear. And you know what they say will hurt you, and you know that it means so much, and you don't even feel the pain.
Welcome to Deep Dive, and today we'll be diving deep into the book of Problem of Pain by C.S. Lewis. I'm here with Brady Reed, Dylan Hostins, and TJ Benson. I'm gonna lay it off to Brady.
What's up, guys? I'm Brady. This is gonna be the best podcast you listen to today, or any day ever, actually. But a little intro to myself. I play baseball. I'm a junior, and now I'm gonna pass it off to Dylan.
I'm Dylan Hostin. I'm also a junior, and I play basketball. I'm gonna give it off to TJ Benson.
My name is TJ Benson. I'm a junior. I play basketball and I run track.
0-0
Oh,
today.
over the summer, we had to read the book, The Problem of Pain by C.S. Lewis. So today we'll be diving into that and giving you guys our thoughts and answering some questions.
So, Skittles, I know you're an Alabama fan. How do you feel about these back-to-back losses for the Crimson Tide?
Horrible. Milroe sucks. We need to get a new quarterback. I mean, just Ryan Williams, he's good, but 4 + 2 doesn't equal 6 anymore.
Oh yeah, guys.
YK.
In case you were wondering, we're going to talk about some of the football games before we get started in the Problem of Pain.
Brady, I know you're a Georgia fan. What do you feel about that game?
I think it was a very great game. We lost to Alabama a couple weeks ago. That wasn't very good. But I really didn't have very much confidence going into Texas, especially since it was in Austin. I still don't even think... I think Carson Beck, he played all right. Our defense played well. And also, the Texas fans, just horrible. Throwing all that trash on the field to get the call return, that's just abysmal. And I can't believe that got the play, that got the call overturned, although it was a horrible call.
So in my opinion on Texas, I thought they were gonna beat Georgia by 40. Then we lost by 15. Like we were turning over fumbles. It was just bad. I don't know what to say about Texas. I'm gonna change my team to the Buckeyes. Go Ohio State.
Dylan, you told the people earlier about how you play basketball. I know you guys had tryouts this morning. How'd that go for you?
It was a great tryout. I think this season we're gonna be a much better team than last year. We got some new players, some returning players that definitely improved. I just look forward to playing with this new group. It's my first year here, so it's gonna be fun.
That is just amazing, Dylan.
Just to summarize The Problem of Pain by C.S. Lewis, it's a book that explores why a loving and omnipotent God would allow suffering. It explains that pain results from human free will and serves as a tool for spiritual growth. He also argues that while suffering is difficult, it has divine purpose that helps lead humans towards redemption and understanding of God's will.
That was a great summary by Dylan. I think this was a really good book, actually. A lot of points. I think it really related to our great friend, Mr. Phil Martin, as he went through a lot this summer. But I think it was a great choice from him to read this book.
Lewis proposed that religion from its very beginning has included 3 elements. The first element is numinous. Describe numinous for me.
Hold on, guys. Before we do that, I'm getting a potential spam call. Let's answer it. Hello? Hello? Oh, hey.
Hi, yes, this is Mr. Davis, please.
What'd you say?
Mr. Davis?
Oh, no, that's not me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, I was trying to reach the owner of the property at 387 Harcourt Drive.
Nah, man. I hope you have a bad day.
Numinous to me means having a strong religious or spiritual quality, indicating or suggesting the presence of a divine God.
Yeah, actually, that's a great definition, Skittles. I've done some research about the about this word, and I think like a good way to explain it to somebody who wouldn't like know much about it is like a sense of awe or like wonder, and like you dread the supernatural, or like you don't know what's gonna happen once you die, just stuff like that. But I think Skittles' definition was really good.
Okay, Dylan, so the book asks, why is the feeling of awe and dread of the supernatural innate in humans?
I think the reason why it's innate in all humans is because we recognize that there's something beyond the natural world, something that's basically like powerful and you could say mysterious. And the sense of awe reflects like the awareness that we have to the divine and our instinctive understanding of the sacred and transcendent.
That's a great answer there, Dylan. Where do you think miracles fit in with all of this? Also, that's directed at anybody, whoever wants to answer.
Well, in Christianity, miracles are important because they show God's power and how he helps people. Many miracles happen in the Bible, especially with Jesus, like healing the sick and calming storms. These miracles prove that he is God's son, and it gives people a glimpse of what God's kingdom is really like. They also help and strengthens people's faith. When someone experiences or hears about a miracle, it can make them believe more into God. Today, many Christians still believe in miracles, like people getting better from illness or experiencing something amazing. These moments remind them that God is still present and active in their lives. So miracles are all about showing God's love and power and giving hope to us believers when it's hard to believe.
So TJ, what do you think about Lewis's explanation that an omnipotent God let suffering happen because he has set up nature in a certain way and given us free will?
Well, what I think about C.S. Lewis is that God allows suffering because he created nature with rules and gave us free will, which sometimes lead to pain with us. And free will is necessary for real love and choice of your opinion.
Brady, I haven't heard from you in a while. What are your thoughts on this?
I think there's like 4 main things that Lewis talks about when he talks about God letting suffering happen. He talks a lot about free will and how he believes that people can choose to do evil or choose to do good. And I know there's people out there who would disagree with that, with free will, and think that you're just like we're learning about in English right now, how Puritans thought there was people who were selected to go to heaven and people who weren't, and you had no choice. Then another thing is soul making. Suffering can help you grow spiritually, and so it'll make your soul become pure, all that good stuff. The third thing is it's for the greater good. Like, sometimes for good to happen or other people to enjoy and prosper, you need to suffer. But whether that's like missing out on something or breaking up with a significant other, like that could be what's best for them in that time, even though it might be bad for you. And then the last thing that I think is natural law. It's like natural order for learning and growth. The suffering really does help you grow and become a better person and inevitably become closer to God. Skittles, is that what you had to? Roughly. All right, guys. Before we get into the start ending the podcast, landing the plane of sorts, we're gonna do joke of the day. All right, you guys ready? Skittles, take it away.
TJ, how do you make a tissue dance?
You watch it.
You put a little boogie in it.
All right, now that we're done with that hilarious joke by Skittles, Skittles, I want to ask you, how did this book speak to its readers in a really impactful way? Because I know it impacted me. Like, it was a great book, in my opinion. But I just want to know how you think it spoke to others.
Good question, Brady. The problem of pain resonates with readers for several reasons. One, universal experience. Suffering is a part of life that everyone encounters at some point. Lewis's exploration of pain and its meaning speaks directly to people, real-life experiences, and struggles. The second thing is thoughtful insights. Lewis offers deep insights into why suffering exists and how it can serve a purpose. His reflections help readers make sense of their own path in the suffering of others. Third is comfort and hope. Lewis emphasizes that suffering doesn't have to be pointless. His message of God's presence and the potential for growth through pain provides comfort and hope to those in difficult situations. Fourth one is engaging writing style. His clear and engaging writing style makes complex ideas more relatable and easier to digest, drawing readers and keeping them invested. Overall, the book speaks to readers because it addresses a fundamental aspect of the human condition with compassion, wisdom, and clarity.
This is 1 second. I have to do this because
Okay, Dylan, what is your favorite chapter from the book?
My favorite chapter was chapter 5 because it explains that people often make excuses for their sins, but they need to admit to their faults and seek God's help. To go a bit more into detail, it focuses on the nature of hell, which Lewis begins by explaining that hell is not merely a place of punishment, but it's a state of separation from God, and that hell represents the ultimate to reject God's love and grace. He also talks about the role of free will, which is significant in this chapter. Lewis argues that God created humans with the capacity to choose, and this freedom is essential for genuine love and a relationship with Him. Another thing I found from this chapter is he talks about justice and mercy, and Lewis addresses the tension between God's justice and mercy. He suggests that while hell may seem harsh, it is a necessary aspect of divine justice. God respects human choices even when those choices lead to separation from Him. Lewis argues that the existence of hell is a testament to the seriousness of human choices and the reality of moral responsibility.
All right, Dylan. Yeah, that was great. I thought that chapter was pretty good too. But personally, my favorite chapter was chapter 4 because it talked about animals. I personally love animals. Sadly, my dog died over the summer. Hard time for me. But I think it was what's best for her because she was going through what's talked about a lot in this book is suffering. And animal suffering, like in relation to human pain, and people don't seem to focus as much on animal suffering as humans, but I think it's just a really important thing to focus on too. Because at the end of the day, animals are still part of God's creation, and they still have their purpose and their place in the world. So that's why I really enjoyed this chapter.
Yeah, this book explains the problem of suffering very well. It's a good framework for understanding suffering in the context of faith, and it emphasizes that it's part of life, but it's not the end of story. No matter how hard the trial is, there's a great ending to it every single time, and that is heaven. No matter what you're feeling, He is there throughout the problem of suffering. Thank y'all so much for listening. I'm glad to be here with Brady, Dylan, and TJ. It was great to have y'all. Hope y'all can tune in next time for this amazing podcast.
All right. Yeah. Later, guys. I think it's time to cue the outro, Skittles.
Here we go. Thank y'all.